Hey guys, it's Faye, and this is Day with Faye. Today I am doing my first ASMR video, and if you're like, what the hell is ASMR? Let me tell you, I have to look it up because I forgot. ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, and it is experience characterized by a static-like or tingling sensation on the skin that typically begins on the scalp and moves down the back of the neck and upper spine. I was first introduced to ASMR through Jeffree Star's video, and I thought it was very relaxing, but also funny too. I don't mean to offend anybody by that statement, but I also read that it is really good at helping people fall asleep, and I think that's really interesting. So I know people usually do people do things with their nails and eat, but I really personally am grossed out by watching people eat and hearing the sounds, so I will not be doing that. So I decided to do a Q&A session, and I hope you guys enjoy it. That was kind of cool. What was my favorite subject in high school? Believe it or not, but it was actually calculus. I love calculus a bunch. That's actually why I started doing engineering, because I was really good at calculus. Have I ever been in sports? That's a really good question, because really the answer is no. I did bowling in high school, and I was on a bowling team, and the way that you would get scored was how well your team improved over the course of the semester. So we did pretty good because we were awful at the beginning and then we were okay at the end. So we got second place in the county, which was weird. What is my favorite book? My favorite book actually is When Breath Becomes Air, and it's beautiful, and it's also based on reality, and I really like nonfiction books versus fiction because it's just grounded in a sense of reality, and this book is as intense as any book I've ever read. At the end of the book, I cried for hours, so I don't know, but it really made me appreciate life as a whole and not to take things for granted and the bigger scheme of things. Have I been out of the country? Yes. I've been to Venezuela, which is where my mom's family is from. I've been to France, and I've been to the United Kingdom on a trip with my fiance on our anniversary. And that was awesome. I also went to the Bahamas twice on 2 cruises. I definitely want to travel more out of the country, for sure. I think that I want my next country to be either Indonesia or Greece or Mexico. What is my favorite movie? I think overall in my whole life, I really like Amelie. That movie makes me feel a lot of great feelings. That is actually really relaxing. Okay, that was a little bit better. What are some of my favorite TV shows? TV is definitely one of my favorite things to watch because TV really explores the growth of a person over really long periods of time. So it's just a super, super long movie. And I don't know, I feel like TV raised me, so I have a lot of attachment towards TV. I really liked watching Maniac recently. That was a really good show. Growing up, I loved Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That was my favorite show. I also really like The Office, Parks and Rec, Mindy Project. I liked watching Dexter, like minus the last season. I like watching Superstore. There's probably a bunch of other ones that I'm forgetting. Oh, I love Frasier. Frasier's really good. Okay, I really could just list a bunch of places, but I usually like feel-good TV shows. Sometimes I'll watch dramatic ones, but I have to watch it with my fiance because I get really consumed, and I feel like I'm a super empath. Like, I really feel the feelings that TV show characters display. So if they're crying, I'm like crying too, and it's really intense. So dramas aren't really the best thing for me to watch. What female celebrity do I wish was my sister? Absolutely Cardi B. I think Cardi B would be a really fun sister, and I could totally see us like goofing around and just having fun and like talking smack just for fun. She would be the best sister for sure. What would I name my daughter if I had one? I don't know, like, I would want something that was cool and unique, but you can say it. Like, my original name is Phaedra, and so many people have problems saying it, and I hated that. Like, you don't look at it and know exactly how to say it, so I want a name that's cool, but you know how to say it just from looking at it. What language besides your native language would you like to be fluent in? Okay, why would someone say I want to be fluent in my native language? That doesn't really make sense. Okay, but I do know English and Spanish fluently, so I can't say those, but I know my answer. It's French. I love French. I try to learn it. I'm still learning. I'm not giving up, but it is just like on pause right now. Titanic or The Notebook? It has to be The Notebook, I think, because like The Notebook is like a great love story. Like, it's a love story from like beginning to like the end of their lives. You know, like it's over the span of years, whereas like Titanic is like, oh, you guys like hooked up during a week. Like, was it really that great of a love story? Like, no, I just think it was lust. It was a lust story. So, yeah. What would your parents have named you if you were the opposite gender? I don't know. I don't even know why I read that question. Do I think I am old-fashioned? No. I think that old-fashioned, like that term, is very romanticized. I don't know. I like to think that I'm newer fashion because I feel like as time progresses, we become more socially aware and conscious and better human beings to each other. So I don't want to be old-fashioned because old-fashioned is like low-key racist and low-key sexist and low-key other things. So, but if you take that out and you're like, oh, well, we romanticize things versus like just go from start to finish, then I guess so. Is money the real source of happiness? What makes you happy? Money is not the real source of happiness. The real source of happiness is within yourself. You know, to an extent, they did this study that showed that there are certain levels where money can have happy effects. Like if you don't have security of your shelter or food or any necessary resources, of course money can bring you happiness in those instances. But once all those basic needs are met, money does not equate to happiness. What equates to happiness is your personal sense of worth, and I think also just doing better and contributing positively to society. And those are the things that make me happy, is like contributing positively to society, being around my dog and my fiance. Like, they're my family and I love being with them so much. And I love being outdoors. I love walking. I like really just walking places that are aesthetically pleasing. That's pretty much it. It is really hard to whisper for this long. Oh my god. Pick the last dead person that I know. You have a chance to bring them back to life for an hour, but I lose 1 year of my life. Will I do it, and why? I would do that. The reason why is because I feel like when death happens and it's like unexpected, a lot of us like have a lot of unresolved questions, unresolved feelings. And I mean, I never knew when I was gonna die anyway, so what's a year off? It's fine. I think that the hour is better. It'll bring a lot of closure for some people. Like everything would just end nicely and peacefully. Whereas like when I die, it's probably gonna be up in the air too, so I'd rather give some people a sense of closure. I received news from my doctor that my condition is worsening and I only have 1 week to live. Will I reveal this to anyone or everyone that I'm about to die? What will I do in my last days, and will I be afraid? Wow, this is a very loaded question. Okay, let's see. This is the last one, by the way. I would not tell everyone that I'm about to die because it's like a week, so you're not gonna be able to see everyone, and I feel like everyone's gonna want to do things with you, and I feel like I would tell Mike that I was dying in a week for sure, absolutely. I think he would be the only one that I would tell. And we'd probably just, I would say travel, but you can't really travel because that takes out like 2 days just being in a plane. So I guess I would just like do local travel and just like hang out, be together, and take it easy and relax. And will I be afraid? I mean, of course I would be afraid, but I feel like we all have our time, every single one of us, and we don't know when that is. So I think that if you're in a situation where now you know when it's gonna happen, maybe there can be a side of peace to it. I don't know. Honestly, I probably would be afraid, but then hopefully I would be able to resolve my feelings by the end of it. I really want to like talk loudly and scream because I've been whispering for like 30 minutes and it's driving me crazy. So I am signing off here, and I hope you guys enjoyed my ASMR. It was actually surprisingly pretty cool and pretty relaxing, I guess, probably to hear and edit, but for me it's like strenuous. Whoa. So I hope you guys have a really good rest of your day, and I would love for you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And yeah, what did you guys think of this? Was this really weird? Should I never do it again, or should I like try it again? Okay. Bye.